So I just I'm gonna make this video because I'm still awake and might as well, because it's like I don't. That's what I'm saying. It's like I don't even have to calm myself the fuck down so I could even zone into. Wow, man. Wow, man. It's like me trying to figure out who you are out of the five or six different. That's why I'm making this video, and at the same time, it's like I'm so tired, and I'm just so fucking exhausted. I really, really am. At least one of the people that I think you might be is a person who just recently popped into my mind, and oh man. The other people. It's like if I go through all these freaking, it's like wow, man. It's like what? Wow. That's why. And could it all be bullshit? Yeah, it could. It could all be bullshit. The shit that I was shown all those years ago could all be bullshit, and you could be a completely different person than the freaking five or six different or five different people, and then the one place you could be somebody completely different than that, right? That's why that's why it's not even there's so much right now in my head. Like it's like if you're the girl, and I'm not, this is not in order, but just recently I'm thinking of the girl that, like, we didn't even have a chance to very much know each other. And I'm not talking about this. What I'm saying, fucking this is insane. This is fucking insane. This is fucking insane, man. This is fucking insane, because that would line up the whole fucking. That would line up the whole. And then if you're my kid's grandfather, my supposed son's grandfather, doing this shit, yo, I swear to God, the kid that everybody doesn't think but was told directly to my face, that's my kid. Yeah, I don't even know how much of that to fucking even process in my fucking head amongst all the other shit that is going through my freaking head right now. Because then there's all my daughters, and then there's this, and then it's like, wow, holy shit. Yo, man, yo, it's like this is crazy. And yeah, no, you're completely right as far as having a computer goes. Yeah, it was a lot easier than freaking reading tiny little text, squinting my fucking eyes, going fucking half blind while my fucking eye from the fucking crap is. Wow, bro. It's like yo. Then there's the two. Then there's the man that I met around about the time that the girl was handcuffed. So it's like, eh. And then there's just so much more attached to that, and it's like, wow, man, it's like, wow. That's why I'm saying it's like I don't know what the freaking, wow, man. I can't even. This is crazy. And the freaking Pentagon wanting me to go down. Oh, well, if we believe you, believe me. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, man. Yo, man, wow. Wow. Oh, well, the only way we're going to believe you is if freaking, it's like, wow, man, it's like, do you understand? You know what? I don't know what to fucking believe out of people anymore, man. All the records getting fucking mismatched somehow. Wow. That's what I'm saying. If it's like if I start spitting one name, I'm gonna start spitting all five. That I even just threw that under the fucking bus too. It's like even by me saying, oh well, the one son. If this is my son's grandfather, you tried this. Ooh, just ooh, yo, man, wow, wow. Yeah, because all that, it's all, wow, man, wow, man, wow, man. Wow. Each fucking time, like, that's why I'm saying, it's like each time, yo, man, it's like I couldn't even get, even if I could get him to fight, there's no way. My father doesn't just answer fucking questions one, two, three. Getting a fucking response out of my father takes years, if you get a response out of my father. And just to think, like, out of the important shit that I needed to fucking, I know my father. That's why it's like, man, I can't even right now, because all I'm thinking of is how my fucking cunty ass brother was acting as my mother's passing away. Like he didn't even. It's just I don't even fucking. And all the other fucking people too. It's like fuck this shit, and it's like and then to think like the people that were telling me all this shit that seemed to be fucked up. And when I say fucked up, I mean, it's not fucked up because I've seen the way real life is, and I've seen that each situation, and it's always been that way. It's not like I'm being taught anything fucking new. Wow. There were like, if I was to think of my brain as bouncing from one of the things that my brain's bouncing to that I can completely somewhat talk about is them trying to rob my songs. Now that incorporates fucking like three or four different fucking people and or groups of people. Songs over yo, man, wow. Just fucking wow. Wow. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy. One of the main things, if you're actually watching this video or even give a shit, it's like when I bought the car from the dealership, and the car had 15 minutes later, the car had no brakes. Only coming to realize now that there wasn't one flame coming off the tire. There was two flames coming off the fucking front of the car's front tires. And I almost ran over a woman in a baby carriage. Okay? And to think that when I made that phone call, I could tell you who I think was the one who picked up. When I called 911, that's why it's real fucking interesting that it's like, because that's not the first time that it happened. And I said, wait a minute, I recognize this voice, but at the times that I've had to call 911, I'm saying to myself, wow, that's really interesting that fucking those times, those voices all seemed very similar. Now, nobody showed up to that to write a report. My friend would not go down to the precinct with me. Me, I'm thinking in my fucking head, what the fuck did the cops, like the cops were willing to fucking like have a woman ran over in a baby carriage. But I'm thinking the phone was being diverted, right? Just like how you're writing me messages, but seemingly over the years, I've never gotten any type of fucking messages from the people who told me and asked me, Anthony, why didn't you call me back? Why didn't you do this? But you can write me. So I'm taking the time to explain these things, and I'm saying them over and over and over again because there's so many little fucking details. It's insane. So my phone call, let's say, was being fucking diverted because even when, in other words, even the night that freaking the little douchebag, I call him a douchebag just now. It's just saying the black guy Charlie, where I posted a few videos of me saying, "Hey Charlie, I know it was you," and it's like he's like I don't know what color this guy is, George. It's like, listen, okay. The point being is that even the night that Charlie walked off with $20, and it was just so stupid, but I freaking called, and when I went to call the police, just to say, hey, look, if this guy does not give me back, if I see him again, I'm going to fuck him up. It's just funny that the phone call seemingly sounded like the same person that picked up that call was the same person that picked up the call where I made it about the car being on fire. Which is very interesting if I think about who that person may be. Because then that location is not far from where the fuck it is that I am. But I ain't going to that location unless I have fucking heavy artillery. Even if the person's in that location anymore, it does not matter. There's a lot of shit coming from that location that I'm saying to myself, well, they must be seeing this video. Wow, man. There's so much to this. That's why I'm saying it's bullshit. This is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. The calls are being intercepted, obviously, and they're being intercepted from where I'm thinking is what people can consider one fucking location. It seems like there's possibilities of multiple locations, one of which at least I know about, 2 or 3 different possible locations of others. hey, look, this is not freaking. And then on top of that, there's other freaking factors that are coming into this, like said person. Okay, how about this? How about this? It's like this. It's like let's just say that I just seen a video, right? Now this is important, okay, but it's important on an interesting. In other words, around about the time that I first seen this. Oh man. Around about the time that I first seen this with a person holding this on my front lawn. That's how I know that this is a fucking diamond. And or if it's a good fake, then it's a fucking excellent, unbelievable fake. But I don't think it's a fake. So the point being is that the first time that I seen that, right? Around about that same time period. Now, the man was there the same day that I find this on the ground, okay? And I'm saying, well, this person ain't just a fucking nobody, even if, I'm just completely shitting on his cover. But the bottom line is that that's literally to the point where it's like, I've had enough, because certain things should have definitely been fucking taken off of this whole fucking scenario of just insanity, okay? But that's not why I'm saying that. What I'm saying is that around about that same time period, now I just seen a video, and it had something to do, which is really interesting, that the person that the person that brought that up was that the news? Oh shit. Yeah, before I stumble over my own self words, in other words, like I know I've seen it on here, and the importance of that is that it doesn't. It's not a good thing. It is a. It is a very. It is similar to an assess. It is similar to a accessory, but it's not exactly an accessory, more so a cover. Okay? Now, what's interesting about the cover is there's no way, because if they're picking up on this, there's no way. I don't know how else to say this. I want to just, because at this point it's like it's still, I'm gonna have to say that the cover does not make the very, very serious item. It is not a good thing. It makes it look like it is made for. The interesting part is that it looks like it's made for, if I can see, and then it's like if I had, fuck would I even, it's made for a puppy, which is not a puppy, would be a child. The point being is that the fucking goddamn gun cover, the fucking the gun, the fucking, I just seen the fucking video, and I'm saying to my fucking self, that's impossible, because 20-something fucking, now supposedly they just started to fucking manufacture this, okay? And I'm saying to myself, wow, that's just fucking wonderful. A kid's gonna pick this fucking thing up, and fucking, if a kid picks this thing up, they are going to fucking possibly think it is a fucking toy, 1,000,000,000%, and fucking, and not to mention, most kids, I'm saying, wow, that's the end of that story. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because around about this same time that I first seen this over 20-something years ago, coming out of a man's pocket, okay, on my front lawn, around about that same time period, I ran into a person who had this gun that was very, very child looking, okay? And what's interesting is it just got beamed into my phone. And I'm saying to myself, wow. And it's interesting because it seems, see, that's why I can't even do this. Because if they see this video, then they're gonna already think that I'm on to fucking. That's the whole point. It's like I seen, and I'm saying. So then this person that I keep seeing, white guy. My point being, because I just seen the freaking, and I'm saying that right after this person was in close proximity of me, this video shows up, and I'm like, wow, and I'm like, wait a minute, I've seen this before. Holy shit. I'm like, I've seen somebody with that before. And that's where it gets interesting. That is where I'm saying to myself, now they said that they just started to manufacture that like now in 2021 or so close to, if not right now. A month ago, 2 months ago, they started to manufacture this. Now, I'm saying to myself, that's really interesting because I seen that 20 something years ago in a person's actual possession. I thought it was a fucking toy. Okay, I literally thought that this fucking, I was like, there's no way that that is a gun. So what's really interesting is that the person that I just seen, I'm like, wow, so that has to be him. And not only does that, but for some reason, I'm able to pick up things. That's why, and it completely goes into what else I could say from that point on. Now, whether I have to be in a person's range or not, that's one thing or another. But it's just interesting that the minute I was like, holy shit, I seen that. And then I remembered somewhat of the face of the person that had it. And I said, holy shit. I said, fucking wow. So that's just interesting. Not, I'm not saying, by the way, I'm not saying that the Rock. Yeah, but it is interesting though too how these two people very much so looked very similar, but they were different. And it was around the same time that I seen that rock come out of a freaking person's pocket on my front lawn. That's why I know that is a fucking diamond, and or that is the best replica you would ever fucking find, which there's no way, it's a fucking diamond, there's no way. So, my point being is I find it interesting, and then I'm saying to myself, it's like I seen a person with this supposed gun cover that is wow. It looks so much like a kid's toy. It's not even fun. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And the bottom line is, I'm thinking in my fucking head, like, what's worse is I held that thing 20 fucking years ago. Now, the manufacturer supposedly only just made this thing, like I said, maybe a fucking month ago or a few weeks back. But it's interesting how the video pops up into my phone now. Right as around the time that I'm saying to myself, the person I seen that with might be in the fucking extremely close area, proximity of me. Yo. Fuck this shit. No, seriously, fuck this shit. I'm so which then lines up to, I hope you're watching this. As late as it's getting, it's like 4 in the fucking morning now. It's, for me, it's like 4 in the morning, and I'm still gotta upload this, but I don't even want to fucking, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's really interesting too. It's like, all of a sudden a person gets a call, and I check into where the thing comes from, and it brings up the memory of, and this is a different, separate incident from what I was just talking about the childlike looking, very real death instrument, okay? But my friend gets a call, and this is only over the past couple days. I'm saying, wow, and they're like, yeah, this, and I'm like, and I'm like, okay. I said, well, is it this kind of freaking, no. So I look it up, and then all of a sudden, poof, it's like, wow, it's like, yeah, I've seen that spot before. Now I'm saying, it's like, so if you don't think, like, that's why I'm saying, it's like if you are one of these people, that's why I'm saying, it's like I don't know how many, all I'm saying is that there's still some things that I'm trying to figure out at this point, because if everything is leaning one way, which, let's say, like the color white, if I'm correct about the color white being fucking where it's leaning to, which may not be the fucking color that, so then scrap the white part, okay? In other words, just completely forget that I just said what I just said. Let's just put it this way. No, yeah, because then that would freaking line up with all the other shit. The point being is that in the same place where I seen the one person in another state being handcuffed and pissed off at me when there was other shit that's so attached to that whole fucking situation, it's like, wow. And then to think, like, the man that was around, and then to think that there was another girl that I seen in that freaking said location, which would be very, very interesting to the fact that oh man, this shit goes on and on. This is fucking crazy, man. This is fucking crazy, man. My point being is that when one of the people that expired over the past couple of years, I've seen this person walking with this person. So I'm saying to myself, so then it's all lining up in that direction. So then I'm thinking to myself too, it's like, so then why would it be if another person looks so much like all these other people, and I'm saying, so then what is he, like a fucking, what is he, a rogue? What is he, like an outcast or something? Because at this point it's like, or because it's all lining up to a certain event that should be happening right about now. Two events that should be happening right back to back right now. And it just makes me say to myself, it's like, why everybody's playing fucking games? It's like, I could be fucking literally just laying this out. But even with that said, it's like, don't tell me that more people have been through this type of, no, bullshit. I don't fucking believe any of them are that fucking smart. I really don't. I really fucking don't. I really, really fucking highly doubt that fucking, because I'm just thinking in my own, no, man. And I'm not insulting them. I'm saying that, you know, they're good for certain reasons, and they're just like everybody else, has to find their talent, right? Like you said, it's like, let me tell you something, it's like it all lines up in that direction, other than that part of that piece where then it leans back to this direction. And I'm saying, even if this is both in similar directions along the fucking path in life, it's like, so what the fuck is really going on? Sorry if I'm being a little bit confusing here, because I'm saying it's like out of the same place that I seen the person, and then I'm saying that's why it's like all it's lining up. And I guarantee that some of these people don't know what the fuck they're doing. And it's not, I don't think it's even fucking close to fucking okay that they don't, because that's what I'm saying. It doesn't, no. That's why I'm saying it's like why would my, that's why I'm saying it's like, and I could understand what's fucking possibly, that's a great, if that's meant to freaking, because obviously, and then and I'm like, wow, I'm like, bingo, I'm like, that's the exact spot where that person was freaking, where that person was handcuffed. So then it's making me think of who you are, and it's like, if you're that person, or you're the other person that, so, and I really highly doubt that you're that person, even though that's a possibility, somehow, some way, through whatever channels or this and that. But then it goes into my kid that nobody knows, to fucking grandfather, and then there's also possibly my kid who they're gonna blame, and then there's like, this and that and blah blah blah, and it's like, oh my god, and then it's like, and then I gotta think that there's also that unit. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is crazy, man. This is fucking crazy, man. Why don't you guys all just get the fuck along? I don't understand. What is it like? The fuck, man. It's like, I mean, there was things that would have been able to solve so much of this back in the day. That's why. That's why it was done by a certain person a certain way, because there were so many better ways to freaking fix this. And that's my confusing talk for today. So if you got, what, if I left anything out, which I probably did, what, it's like I'm just waiting to die anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Just leave some mystery, you know what I mean, out there. It's just not, because I pretty much laid it out in the fucking past, and that's the whole point. It's like even when I think about this other, I'm like, wow, it just doesn't fucking. It's like, if it wasn't one person being fucking, it was another fucking person being. That, and then there's the chance that that person somehow found out about that. So then this person is just pulling some side strings behind this person's back, whether they work fucking together or not work the fucking together. It's like to cause this fucking people